Welcome back. It is week 2. I appreciate all the views, comments, and feedback from the first video. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and we're going to jump right into it, all right? This question comes from DJ Drew Ace, how to get DJ gigs. Now, before we dive right in, I'm going to have to look off screen a little bit here and there just because I got to look at my notes. Not necessarily a script, just some notes real fast because I want to be honest, transparent, and get straight to the point. When I used to ask other DJs and other people in the music industry, like how you are where you are, or how you get this, or what you have to do, the answer and response would be you got to put in work. So what exactly does that mean? Because if you have somebody that doesn't understand what does put in work mean and what does it look like, you have to be able to explain that. So I'm gonna do that right now. So booking DJ gigs can happen one of two ways, right? The first way and the easy way possible is you look online and you find some kind of site or an app. You pay your subscription every month and they find you gigs. You do those gigs, that same app will take a percentage from the gig you did because they found the gig, they booked you for it, you just did it. The only drawback to that is obviously, you know what I'm saying, you gotta pay for it, you know what I mean? You don't get to take 100% profit. The flip side is, the other side option is to be a freelancer. Being a freelancer takes some time to build, however it can be rewarding depending where you want to do and where you want to go. But long story short, set goals. Figure out what kind of DJ you want to be and what kind of gigs you want to land, okay? You have to be a little bit more specific as far as what gigs you're trying to land. I'm going to cover a really good portion of it, but just give yourself a roadmap or a career map, all right? My first suggestion would be, and this is just a suggestion, just my advice, when it comes to social media accounts, make sure they're uniform. And what I mean by that is, don't have multiple usernames between Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, all that stuff, all right? You want your username handle to be the same all across the board. So if it's one thing on Instagram, it has to be that same thing on TikTok, same thing on Snapchat. Threads just came out, so it has to be the same thing on Threads and Facebook and so forth, all right? And not only that, look at the content you have on there. So if you're a DJ, is all the content that you have on your social media platforms right now are DJ related? Are they all mixes? Are they talking about music? Are you talking about what kind of music you like or what you like to play, and crowds you're rocking, people reaction, or just a bunch of everything? So the reason why I say that is because essentially you want your social media accounts to be your online resume, all right? You really want your social media accounts to be what's called an EPK in the music industry, which is an electronic press kit. So that's the first thing. If somebody looks you up, that's what they see, and that's kind of what they get an impression off of you. So again, what that looks like, if you're a DJ, look at your content, see if there's music stuff on there, something that you might have made as far as a short mix, a mini mix. It's the same thing. Like if you go to a chef page, you might see that chef cooking food. You may see how they talk about what food they made and what they did and how long it took them and stuff like that. Next, depending where you are, either a big city or a small market, survey your area. Figure out, is this a bunch of bars, a bunch of nightclubs, college parties. Also, too, depending on what kind of DJ you want to be. You want to do weddings, you want to do corporates. Survey your area and figure out what do you want to do. Because, you don't have to be one-sided. You can definitely do both. You can do parties, clubs, and weddings. Heck, depending what kind of DJ you really want to be, you can also do radio. Just depends. But once you survey the area and you figure out, where you want to go and how you want to navigate, it's going to lead to this. So let's say if you want to do corporate or wedding gigs, they do pay the most. They're a little harder to get in, but the angle about it is like this. You can go to these venues, either like a botanical gardens or a hotel that may do weddings. You can find churches. Just find areas that people usually go to book weddings to do a reception there, right? Then you'll get with the people that works in that venue, either like a coordinator or an event planner, giving you information, whether that looks like either a business card. Hopefully it's a business card, not something digital. But you can cover all spectrums. So you can hand them an actual business card, digital business card. You can even give them either a flash drive or a CD with that particular mix that's going to land you that gig, right? And then the most important piece is once you do that, write it in your calendar or set a reminder to follow up 2 weeks and get back with the event planner. That goes for corporate and wedding gigs. You just want to put yourself in positions to where you find those clients that's booking those type of events. When it comes to like the club, you have to go to the club, establish relationships the same way you'll do for corporate wedding gigs. Establish a relationship with either the general manager, the owner, the bar manager, the marketing manager, if they have one. Anybody that has some kind of power or some kind of say-so in a nightlife venue. Same thing goes for a promoter. And the same rules applies. Business card, digital business card, a CD or a flash drive, and somewhere they can find you on social media. This is going to enable you to maybe have a SoundCloud or a Mixcloud or Audio Mac. Reason being because they don't listen to your CD. As long as you have content anywhere online, it can be found and it can be useful to somebody else if that person that you're targeting is not replying back to you, just in case. But once you establish the relationship, you just got to continue following up. Just because you went to the club the one time or to the party don't mean they're going to bring you back the second time they see you and now you got to pay a gig or let alone an opportunity, right? Same rules apply for a college party. If you're in a city or a town that has a college, university, you want to do college and, college parties, whatever, you have to get into that kind of circle. So that's the, little bit of small tidbits on how to get some DJ gigs. The main part that some people forget and just give up on is the follow-up part. My rule of advice is to be persistent, be humble, just trust the process. It can be very slow depending where you are, but hey, it's gonna be worth it. If you put in out hard work and you finally get that call or you finally get that text message, it's definitely worth it. And then once you get that opportunity, you just build on it. You just continue to build it. You're pretty much planting your tree or planting your garden, and you just plant seeds in other pockets. That also applies for radio. Radio's a little different, especially nowadays. Sometimes you can get a call from a radio station to get an invite. On the other side, you have to apply for that job. So that will require for you to go into the website, whether it's iHeart, Clear Channel, a Beasley Media Group station, and you find an opening, and then you'll have a resume when it comes to either DJing or depending what kind of position you're looking for, whether it's on-air personality or a mixer. But that in a nutshell is how you get DJ gigs. Again, please like, comment, subscribe. I apologize for stumbling my words. However, just to let you know, this is not scripted. This is something that I have and will be doing pretty much for the rest of my DJ career. Some of the stuff you heard me say, I've done it myself. Like just yesterday, I went to a club for the second time. It's probably been a little over more than 2 weeks just because I'm booked just about every weekend for the most part. However, I got a chance to talk again to the general manager that happens to run 3 clubs, and we spoke. He knows that I'm willing to come out there and just to talk to him. I'm not all about business, even though it is about business. However, at the end of the day, I'm still a person. So as long as you're relatable and you can network and you can hold a conversation and build relationships, you would do just fine. Big time DJ, small time DJ, doesn't matter. This just works as just being a human being, all right? Stay tuned for the next video. Continuing leaving me comments. Let me know what you want me to discuss. We'll get after it. It's a problem, baby.
DJ Problem.